Now that the members know exactly what's in the motion to recommit, I'm sure you all listened to every word that the clerk read. Let me explain it in Texas terms very quickly before I yield to Mr. Latta. The first thing the motion to recommit would do would be to sunset the legislation if it has a negative effect on the federal budget deficit. Mr. Latta is going to speak about that in a second. It would change the rebate mechanism in the pending bill so that the money would go to the homeowner instead of to the contractor. We think this would be more efficient and less susceptible to fraud. It strikes the $12 million EPA public information campaign which was the purpose of the Burgess Amendment, which was defeated earlier. It strikes the $324 million Homestar Energy Efficiency Loan Program. It would exclude pool heaters from the Gold Star program. If people have enough money to have a home swimming pool in their backyard, they probably don't need a government program for a home swimming pool heater. It would disqualify participation by homeowners with a gross annual income of over $250,000. As President Obama has pointed out, if you make more than $250,000, you're doing pretty well. It would require qualified contractors to certify that no employee they employ has been convicted of a crime of child molestation, rape, or any other form of sexual assault. And finally, it would prohibit any use of the Homestar funds for folks on government business traveling to areas where there are establishments for gaming. With that, I would yield to my good friend from Ohio, Mr. Latta, for him to talk a little bit more about his specific deficit reduction amendment.
I thank the gentleman for yielding. Mr. Speaker, I rise today in support of the motion to recommit for H.R. 5019. As I stated earlier during the floor debate, I have very serious concerns that my amendment regarding deficit neutrality was not accepted through the rules process. The majority has not allowed the debate to occur regarding this budget deficit issue. This MTR will ensure that this act is sunsetted if the legislation has a negative net effect on the federal budget deficit. I feel that if this new program is important enough to authorize, it should be important enough for us to find a way to pay for it. I'm concerned that the majority could not give any assurance that this bill will indeed be paid for without increasing the deficit. While I support the incentives to help provide energy efficiency, I'm very concerned about the $6.6 billion price tag of this legislation. At a time when we are in a national deficit crisis, it is not appropriate to add $6.6 billion in spending to the deficit. As a Congress, we absolutely must stop this excessive spending. President Obama submitted his administration's fiscal year 2011 budget proposal with a record-breaking cost of $3.8 trillion. This budget proposal includes a $2 trillion tax increase over the next 10 years and projected record deficits. This proposal will double our nation's debt in 5 years and triple it in 10 years from fiscal 2008 levels. CBO has stated that under current spending levels...
Let's suspend. Can we have some order in the House?
I thank the Speaker. CBO has stated that under current spending levels, by 2020, American taxpayers will be paying $2 billion per day in interest on the national debt. It also estimates that by 2020, the debt will be at $20 trillion. This simply is not the time for a new $6.6 billion government program. That is why I offered the amendment to the legislation regarding the national deficit and why I urge you to support the motion to recommit. It ensures fiscal responsibility, ensures taxpayer dollars will be spent wisely. I urge a yes vote and the MTR. Thank you.
Gentleman has 1 minute remaining.
1 minute, and I have to use that before the majority speaks. Is that correct?
Gentleman's correct.
Thank you, sir. The substantive parts of the motion to recommit are pretty straightforward. It would sunset the legislation if there is a negative net effect on the federal budget deficit. That's the Latta language that we've already spoken to. It would change the rebate mechanism so that the rebates go to the homeowner and not to the contractor. This would limit fraud and abuse. It strikes the $12 million EPA public information campaign. As I pointed out in my floor statement, bees know where the honey is, bank robbers know where the bank is, teenage boys know where the teenage girls is. The public will know how to get this money. And finally, it strikes the Homestar Energy Efficiency Loan Program. We already have record defaults in the home mortgage industry. We don't need to be leveraging that any bit more. With that, I would ask for a yes vote on the motion to recommit, and I would yield the balance of my time.
Gentleman yields back. For what purpose does the gentleman from California seek recognition?